Maybe just made an 8th mile hit, probably thinking a little bit, or maybe had some type of an issue.
It wasn't even an 8th mile hit.
But Sean goes forward, Frank at the bottom there, so with 1 down and more to go.
It's about a 3:30 hit. That was a data run. What's the car going to do? How does it look on the Brandy Lawrence?
Wait. MIR zone Brandy Lawrence from the No Clock Street?
Yeah, she's turning the clocks on here for this pass. I know that she's been doing a lot of work to this machine. Next Gen Performance, of course, going to be on board. 1320 actually just had this car, 1320 Fabrication, recently, making some massive adjustments to it. So I'm curious to see what this machine's going to perform like here for the check out of Hollywood and the 2020 Mustang, Hollywood, Maryland to be specific. So Pro Charger helping out, Performance Transmissions. Julio Amaya, right side here, the 92 Civic. We're going to have a pretty cool side-by-side here.
Viene como los receptor el doctor, como me gusta, Honda versus Mustang, Import versus Domestic, Damita en el carril izquierdo en el Mustang, Girl Power.
There goes Brandy Lawrence, top end of the racetrack. How about a 779, 170 for Brandy Lawrence, 893, 123 for Julio Amaya. So Brandy Lawrence going to the number 5 spot. She shows she ain't afraid of nobody.
That car's got a lot left in it, man. Based on the way I saw AB and everybody walking away from that car, keep an eye on it. There's more still to come.
Viene México en la casa por el carril izquierdo. Dímelo el corillo de México. Vamos arriba. Honda Civic por el carril izquierdo. Aquí en la Wild Street Mustang por el carril derecho.
So Carlos Pedroza left side there in that Civic. Out of Laurel, Maryland, K-Series power under the hood. Charlie Barnes, as Fabian was saying, the birthday boy in the right lane. Coyote-powered Mustang, Next Gen Performance, helping out along with the boss. That's his wife.
Now, Charlie Barnes, this car has won here at the World Cup twice, but with Patrick Estevez Jr. Driving it. Charlie said, you know what, I like driving my own car, but Charlie's been pretty successful in this car himself.
Charlie's running up here a couple times also.
He has.
Can't count him out. This car has been proven time and time again to get the job done. And we'll see if the Mustang can flex the muscles a little bit here on the quarter mile once again.
Viene México, menea esa bandera. México, menea esa bandera. Ándale, híjole, por el carril izquierdo.
My man is struggling with that flag right now. He is just, it is all struggle, no struggle bust, just straight struggle. The line's gonna come down here for Pedroza and Barnes. Barnes is gonna launch and says, see you later. It's gonna be a good clean lap here for the Mustang. 7:37, $9.85 for Charlie Barnes, and they're happy with that. And a lot of smoke from Pedroza through the stripe. How about a $1.94, only a 986.7, but 194 miles an hour. Whew, you get the bottom side of that racetrack figured out. Good luck taking out Pedroza later. Charlie Barnes, the number 4 spot, 7:37, $1.85.
Tranquilo México, que sabemos que abre muy bien, 194 millas con problema en la salida para la Civic, así que vamos a corregir eso porque esto promete duro. Y mira quién está en el carril derecho, uno de mis carros favoritos, papá. Honda Sedan All Wheel Drive. Corillo, chequense ese carro que viene por el carril derecho de la gente de Austria.
Let me give you all clear. There's Cody Rogers, left side. That Dundalk, Maryland, 2017 Mustang, Lund Racing, RPG Racing Engines, powered by the Hour Performance, Blue Streak Performance, and NLR Systems. Out of Dundalk, and Jason Ostrom out of Cave Creek, Arizona. Now, I thought I had a long drive here on Tuesday, but Cave Creek, Arizona, man.
Y vamos con Jason Ostrom por el carril derecho, que le toca con el Mustang por el izquierdo. Vamos a ver qué tal. El Civic All Wheel Drive Sedan por el derecho, panita mío hondero que está en los bleachers. Como dice Coqueto, sácate la camarita y grábate esto que me huele a disparate.
Remember last year, Ostrom was having a weekend to forget, if you will. Had a couple moments where maybe something seemed to go in his direction. Finally got one, and just, I'm sure he would love to have a little bit of redemption here. Cody Rogers there, left side of the Mustang. Little import versus domestic matchup. So continue with qualifier number 1 here for Wild Streak. Everybody chasing David Constantino on top of the board with a 7:19.2. As, you know, every once in a while, I get reminded about the announcer's curse, and I should just stop saying things. And this is one of those moments right now. As Cody Rogers is just going to punt down the racetrack as he times out. As Ostrom finally gets that thing rolling. I don't know what is going on with Ostrom's car, man. It did the same thing last year, though, where it goes to launch and it just on its face.
Sí, así mismito. Óyeme, con problema en la salida. Revoluciones, le saca el clutch y ¡bum! Pero tranquilo que eso se arregla. Y para el próximo pase no hay nada que perder. Tiene otra oportunidad. Igual el Mustang, que ambos tuvieron problemas. Pero como estamos en cualificatoria y aquí no se da reversa. Así que si saliste mal, síguelo suavecito. Saluda al público y dale para el pit.
All right, so we're going to pull out the tractors real quick. Yeah, sounds like some fuel up there on the starting line. We got that cleaned up real quick. Go back live here in just a few moments for the 29th annual Haltech World Cup Finals presented by Wiseco. Tractors are getting parked. We are ready to go back live here once again. As the rear tires get lit up here for Chris DeRosa, right side of the 79 Mustang out of Florida. Cody Power under the hood. Eric Gregory will sit to his left, the 93 Eagle Talent out of Kentucky. I'll take on board AGR Dynasty, helping out. Let's continue on here with the Wild Streak category for their first qualifying effort. Once we complete this, we will conclude last night's stick-shift Grannis Racing stick-shift category, and that will be the end of qualifier number 1.
Bien, vamos con duelo de Import versus Domestic, gente. Ahora mismo Aaron Gregory en el talón por el carril izquierdo, Chris DeRosa en el Mustang por el carril derecho. Así que los que están en los bleachers, hagan su apuesta, da pesito, da 5. Viene los que van a los Import, los que van a los Domestic. Ponte ready. World Cup Final.
Everybody chasing David Constantino, 7:19.2, buck 88, one spot right now. DeRosa and Gregory get ready to leave. Wheels up start there for the Mustang, sets it down, keeps his foot in it. And they're going to be side by side down the corner. Gregory trying to chase down the Mustang. 7:59 to a 7:63 for the respective pair. The 6:35 goes to Gregory. The 59.1 goes to DeRosa. They'll go 5th and 6th in the field as they currently run.
Zumba lo cogió arriba el talón, papá. Le dio pasta y queso para que respete a los Import. 7.59, su 7.63 para el carril izquierdo. Viene con Acura Integra All Wheel Drive. Está bonito. Abel Ochoa desde New York. Fran en el Corvette por el carril izquierdo. Import versus Domestic, categoría Wide Street, presentado by Miller Brother Production.
Abel Ochoa right side there, the 94 Integra all-wheel drive, K-Series power under the hood there for the man out of New York. Fran Schatz left side. The 07 Corvette at Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. Two beautiful looking machines on the start line right now. You got RPM transmissions, Frankenstein engine dynamics, RFD. Race going to be on board here for the Schatz machine. 427 under the hood there. For that left lane, red and black Corvette. Absolutely beautiful car, man. Both these cars are. So the 07 Vec, the 94 Integra. Are ready to rock and roll. Fran's going to lead first. Here comes Abel Ochoa. Abel driving out there. Top of the racetrack for the Corvette, 793.5, buck 34, 765, 8, 194. Abel Ochoa with the full pull. And a shorter pull there for Fran Schatz, looking for the bottom side. Data run. As your next pair going to be coming up, Justin Reggio, Keedysville, Maryland, Nitrous 8 at LSX Powered Mustang, and Kyle Wade will sit to his right, the MR2 91 body out of Florida with the K-Series power as the import versus domestic matchups continue here in Wild Street. Very strange situation here is Reggio started backing up and then stopped at the 60-foot cone.
Yeah, that is definitely not like Justin Reggio. So Purge of the Nitrous, they see one of our officials walking. Did he possibly lose reverse? Uh-oh. There he goes.
Again. That was weird. Well, for whatever reason, car got back to where it needed to go, and they're getting ready to send down the Reggio entry in the left lane.
Higgins, I believe it may be like possibly this somewhat of a similar situation to Jimmy Taylor. I say a lot of these cars you can't just put it in reverse and it just goes. You have to have it at the right RPM. If the RPM's too high, too low, the transmission it won't engage reverse. Not sure if that was the issue.
He was already in reverse and then stopped.
So it could have slipped out of reverse, maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, Reggio left side, Kyle Wade on the right. And counts at 7 seconds, he's in. And there goes Reggio. 112 short, Kyle Wade didn't even move. A little smoke out of Justin Reggio, he clicks it off, 7:53, 1:54. Now Kyle Wade, the clock has not started on Kyle Wade. And nope, and Jimmy's backing him out. So that does count as he made the run. So they're going to push Kyle Wade back, but again, because he staged under power, that does count as he made the run. That doesn't matter if he didn't go to the finish line or not. Again, once you stage the car, you have made the run.
And he can sit there until A, the official points him off, or B, a crew member touches the car.
And I believe it's a 45-second time. He has 45 seconds. I got to double check to see what the timeout is, but he has a good little bit before he actually has to, react. But
so taking a look here at the Justin Reggio run on the replay monitor up here, 7:53.9.
Ooh,
fire popping out under the left front there, right around the 1,000-foot mark. But look at this. He went 7:53.9 at only 1:54, shutting off before the 1,000-foot. So I'll have to message him later and see what's going on with the car. And as your next pair going to be coming up here, Jerome Harris and Mark Podquick. Podquick right side here, the 2000 K-Series powered Civic out of Naples, Florida. Jerome Harris there in the left lane. And the Carryout Boys, black 95 body Honda Civic in Hackensack, New Jersey. See the bump spot up on the board. And then 30-18 with the 4 is Jason Ostrom, which that'll obviously get knocked down. This should be an all 7-second field when all this is said and done. The question is going to be how deep into the 7s we're going to be looking. Right now, it looks like if you don't run a 760, you're going to be in trouble potentially.
Viene con duelo de Honda, all-wheel drive, Cari Boys por el carril izquierdo, Jerome Harris, Mark Podolsky por el carril derecho. Entrando bajito, carril derecho, 4.96 al octavo. 7.52. Y a rayo, mira
Little
esa
smoke
explosión
out
allá
there in the
abajo.
rains.
Uf. La turbina yo creo que se fue a Belén. 7.52. 190 millas para Mark Podolsky. 1.20 los 60 pies y 4.96 al octavo de milla. GP Racing.
A lot of smoke at Pat Quick machine there. Past the finish line, Pat Quick will go into the number 5 spot for the 752-0, $1.90.
With David Concina right there, number 1 qualifier, a little over a 10th, and on the field at the present time, over Eric Gold sitting in second, Joshua Schwartz, Charlie Barnes, Mark Podkowicz, your top 5, and Justin Reggio sitting in the 6th spot.
Well, the thing I'm interested in right now with looking at this qualifying sheet is there's a lot of guys on this run that did not make a complete full pull. I mean, you got Sean Finn here at only 142, Reggio only 154. You've got Franchette didn't make a full pull, only 134 mile per hour. Frank Provenza didn't make a full pull. Leo Maya, not a full pull. So there's a lot of room. Pedrosa, full pull mile an hour, but not on the ET. You know, $1.94 to 986. So you look at that just for a second. You know, that math doesn't math very well. So there's a lot of cars that are going to slide up going into Q2 on this qualifying sheet here in the Wild Street category.
Oye, David Constantino sigue cualificando número 1 con 7.19 en el Toyota Supra, que está por encima, 188 millas. Eso está bueno. Categoría White Street. Oye, saludando por ahí a Freddy Coto de Puerto Rico, de parte de Mr. Pototo Autopen, ahí, Corillo de Cagua. Saludito por ahí, activo. Oye, también al champion Antonio Starle, que está escuchándolo también por la aplicación de Flow Racing. Todos esos latinos, todos esos boricuas. Y lo que están comiendo ahí en los bleachers, que veo, mira, se está dando tremenda altera. Buen provecho, buen provecho. Wow, está atragantado. Dímelo, Helio, Easy Precision Balance, ¿y dónde anda? ¿Estás por ahí? Dímelo, los duros en balanceo. Recuerda que en la carpa de Willy Monster Teacher tienen las camisas disponibles, tienen variedad de estilo, PR, gorra, rotativo, entre otros. Así que dale para la carpa de Willy Monster Teacher, el hogar, ya tú sabes, del Datsun Willy Time. Oye, me dicen que ahí estaban regalando camisas del Coqueto por ahí. Ahora están regalando carbones en la carpa de Willy Monster. O así, en el bultito azul, búscalo.
El bultito azul que está de camino a Orlando, a Maryland. Si lo viste por el expreso, te lo van a agradecer. Tienes una docena de camisetas gratis si entregas el bultito azul.
All right, so get the car pushed off on the top of the racetrack, and then we have one more of our Wild Streets to go. Then we're going to finish up Greatest Racing Stick Shift from last night, those cars that did not go down the racetrack. And then after that, qualifying session number 1 will be complete. And I tell you what, gentlemen, as we're looking over the revised schedule, you can go to the Import versus Domestic Facebook page, Working Finals Facebook page, the MIR Facebook page. The revised schedule is there for the remainder of the weekend. And of course, you folks are part of history for the first time ever. Before one car went down the racetrack, the Haltech Working Front presented by Wiseco, Import versus Domestic, 100% sold out.
For every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow.
Así mismito, haciendo historia, primera vez que este evento, desde el primer carro que se paró en la línea viernes, sábado y domingo, ya está sold out, o sea, vendido. Así que importante que desde septiembre 1, óyeme, el año que viene compra las taquillas porque si no te vas a quedar fuera, porque este año y el que viene promete. Así que si no te quieres quedar fuera, o sea, no quieres estar sold out, pues ya tú sabes, septiembre 1, compra la taquilla para que puedas pertenecer el año que viene a este gran evento mundial, la World Cup Final. ¿Verdad, Edwin Colón? Vamos por encima.
So Jason Marsh getting ready to send down the 2000 B18 powered Civic here on the left side out of Catonsville, Maryland. M&M Auto Repairs, Paradise Racing, S1 built, Marsh built, a Fab, and of course the Allen Boys. With the Toronto Pistons on board, helping out this weekend. Christian Marsh very well respected man in the import category, especially the front-wheel drive world. So right now, top of the board is David Constantine with a 719.2. Eric Gold, the number 2 spot, 735.3. Final car for Wall Street. Q1, we'll get ready to go. Lane launch here for Marsh. Gets the gears just fine out there. Top of the racetrack for Marsh. 7:53.3, buck 82. They're happy with that one. Good lap there for Marsh. No parachute up the top of the racetrack, but looks like he's slowing it down just fine, and he will slide to the number 6 spot.
Se mete en la posición número 6 Jason Marsh con 753 a 182 millas con 1.25 los 60 pies. Dímelo Juntech, dímelo Juntech, dímelo Jun, estamos activos. Te veo, papi, estamos activos. Juntech en la casa, el inspector que siempre está on fire. Así que ya nos estamos preparando. Próximo, categoría Steve Chief, lo Manuela. Ahí están los muchachos de la Antijuda, los hermanos Gómez, Harold Gómez, Yomar Gómez. Vamos a ver si ya pudieron resolver con el R8, el Bárbaro, que también están activos. Saludo por ahí a Javier de Maricao. Dímelo, Javier de Maricao, nuestro compañero de vuelo. Oye, que bajó bien repleto de boricua ese avión, de gente de San Sebastián, de Atillo, Camuy, entre otros. Así que saludito por ahí, Taller Crespo.
As Wall Street is now included, we will now be almost done with Q1. Grandis Racing Stick Shift. The continuation of last night's qualifier will be coming out here next. We've got Outlaw versus Extreme sitting back at the stage lanes, Biggie Top Tires, Outlaw versus Extreme, ready to rock and roll at the start of Q2 once we complete Grandis Racing Stick Shift here shortly.
All right. Alrighty, so we're getting everything ready to go here. We got stick shift, Grandis Racing stick shift. The last, we're gonna finish up the handful we had from last night. But again, this is one of the crown jewel events in drag racing. The Haltech World Cup Final presented by Wiseco, live here on FlowRacing.com. And also, don't forget, if you got a Flow subscription, make sure you log on in a few weeks. They got the Snowbirds coming up at Bradenton Motorsports Park, the Drag Illustrated Winter Series. Of course, TX2K is shown here on Flow. That'll be in March. And lots of great events coming up on FlowRacing.com. So make sure you, if you're watching on Flow, make sure you stay tuned.
Oye, saludito por ahí a los Body Gringo en la casa. Dímelo, Kiefer Simpson, Hailey Jane, dímelo, los Body Gringo. Así que, óyele, que tienen sus hoodies por encima, también sus camisas con el logo de Estados Unidos, la bandera de Puerto Rico. Dale para allá, también tienen los hoodies. Los muchachos de 444 Custom Appear. Los Body Gringo, Kiefer Simpson y Hailey Jane, de la categoría Street Fighter.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for great education, want to get into the automotive industry, there's one school I want to recommend to you. There's one. I'll give you their website. It's mtifl.com. Jose and Kiketa already know which school I'm talking about. MECTEC Institute there in Florida. I mean, they got, automotive mechanics, race mechanics, diesel, industry welding. It's MTIFL.com. And I'll tell you what, they got a phenomenal program down there. And I'm telling you, you just never, you may bump into Isaias Rojas walking around down there at the MECTEC Institute in Florida, also the MECTEC College there in Puerto Rico.